Students. So we are in the middle of, that means about to complete unit number 6. Unit number 6. We are discussing problems regarding to the state feedback gain matrix. State feedback gain matrix. And the state feedback gain matrix can be determined or calculated with the help of three different methods. But related to the exam point of view, we have discussed only two particular methods. One is using Ackermann's formula method, and the second one is determination of the characteristic equation, two different characteristic equation and comparing. Okay, so for the order of the matrices more than 3, just go for method 2. Just go for method 2. That means calculate the state feedback gain matrix using the characteristic equations. That means characteristic equation based upon the closed loop poles and characteristic equation based upon the expression that we are having, that is Si minus A plus B into K. B into K. Okay. So in case of the Ackermann's formula, the expression for determination of this particular elements of matrix K is obtained if K is equal to 0, 0, so on up to 1 into U inverse. U is nothing but the controllability matrix, and phi of where phi of A is a matrix which is having an expression of A power n plus A1 into A power n minus 1 plus A2 into A power n minus 2, so on up to An into I, where small n is nothing but the order of the matrix capital A. Order of the matrix capital A. Okay. So using this particular one, you can determine the elements which are going to be presented in the state feedback A. Okay. So let us go for the next problem, that is the last problem in this unit. After discussing the solution of this one, we will discuss the previous university question paper also. Okay. After completion of the unit 4, we have not discussed the previous university question papers. So we will discuss the previous university questions regarding to the unit 4 and unit 6. Unit 4 is nothing but the questions regarding to the stability criteria. Stability. Okay. So let us go for the solution part of this last topic, last problem in this unit. Consider a system which is described by state equations, and he has mentioned the matrices itself. There is no need for comparing all this one. So he has given the matrices directly, and it is a 3 by 3 matrix. That means three particular values. The K matrix K consisting of three elements K1, K2, and K3. K1, K2, and K3. These are the three elements are to be there in state feedback K matrix. Okay, why? Because the order of the matrix A is 3. So compute K, that is the matrix K, so that the control law is U of K is equal to minus K into X of K places the closed loop holds at minus 0.2 plus or minus J 0.5 and minus 0.8. Minus 0.2 plus or minus J 0.5 and minus 0.8. That means three particular poles are there. Why? Because it is a 3 by 3 matrix, so three different closed loop poles are going to be there for this problem. Okay, so let us solve this particular problem with method 2. Method 2 means calculation of the characteristic equations using closed loop poles as well as the expression Si minus A plus B. Okay, so this is the given data. Here he has given the matrix A, B, and C. And the desired poles he has mentioned is minus 0.2 plus or minus J 0.5 and minus 0.2. So before entering into the calculation part, we have to verify whether this particular system is controllable or so for determination of the controllability, we are having a matrices, that is, it is a 3 by 3 matrix, so it is consisting of three particular elements, that is AB, B, AB and A square. These are the three elements has to be there in controllable matrix. Okay. So B matrix is having the elements 0, 0, 1. So AB is anything but the multiplication of the matrix A with the matrix B. So AB matrix is going to be having the values of 0, 1 and -6. And the next elements are going to be there in the controllable matrix is A square. Therefore, A square B is equal to A into AB. With this matrix A with matrix A. So after calculation we have obtained the elements for the third element, that is A square B is equal to 1 minus 6 and 30. 1 minus 6 and 30. Okay, so just substitute the values of B, AB and A square B in this particular controllable matrix. Therefore, the controllable matrix is going to be consisting. These are the values regarding to the B, and these are the values regarding to the AB, and these are the values regarding to the A square. So after that, we have to check the determinant of this particular controllable matrix. So if the determinant of this controllable matrix is not equal to 0, then we can say this particular system is a controllable system. So we have calculated the determinant of this particular controllable matrix. So we have obtained the value of this. So it is not equal to 0. So we can conclude this particular system is a controllable system. So after the verification of the controllability, we have to step into the procedure for determination of the matrix A. Okay. So we have to determine two characteristic equations. The first characteristic equation is regarding to the closed-loop poles, and the second characteristic equation is regarding to the expression we are having, that is modulus of Si minus A plus B into K. Okay. So the characteristic equation of the system corresponding to the closed-loop poles are S minus, that means the two poles are minus 0.5 minus j 0.5, sorry, minus 0.2 minus j 0.5 and minus 0.2 plus j 0.5 and minus 0.8. These are the three closed-loop poles. So based upon this particular characteristic, closed-loop poles, we have obtained the characteristic equation, that is S minus first pole, S minus second pole and S minus third pole. So after certain calculations, we have obtained the third order characteristic equation, which is S cube plus 0.4 into S square minus 0.03 into S plus 0.23. Okay. So these are the values. That is nothing but this is the characteristic equation which is obtained with the closure loop. So after that we have to determine the characteristic equation regarding to the expression, that is modulus of Si minus A plus B. Si minus A plus B. So this is the expression we have to calculate for determination of the characteristic equation. Therefore, directly we have substituted the value, that is modulus of Si minus A plus B. A is equal to modulus of S into the identity matrix, that is 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1 minus this is the matrix A plus this is the matrix B, and the third matrix is the K matrix. Three elements are going to be there in K matrix. Why? Because the order of the matrix A is 3. Therefore, the three values of the three elements in the matrix K are K1, K2 and K. Therefore, after certain calculation, we are having an expression, that is this is the matrix with the multiplication of S into identity minus A plus K. that is nothing but B into A. So after that, that we have to determine the debt value of this particular matrix. So after that we have evaluated the determinant of this particular matrix. So it is going to be obtained as SQ plus 6 plus K3 into S square plus 5 plus K2 into S plus 1 plus K. So this is the final characteristic equation which is obtained with the expression Si minus A plus B. So this particular equation has to be compared with this equation. This is one characteristic equation and this is the another characteristic equation. So we have to compare the coefficient values of these particular two equations. Okay. So just comparing the equations we are having, that means comparing the coefficients of S cube, S square, S and constant values. Constant values we are going to have. So with the comparison of the S square terms, we are having 6 plus K3 is equal to 0.4. From that K3 is equal to minus 5.6 and 5 plus K2 is equal to minus 0.03. So from that we are going to get the value of K2 as minus 5.03 and 1 plus K value is going to be compared to this particular constant value, that is 0.232. So from that K1 is equal to minus 0.768. So we have obtained the values of K1, K2 and K3. Therefore, the final state feedback gain matrix consisting of the three elements, that is K1, K2, K3 as minus 0.768, minus 5.08 and minus 5.6. So in this way we are able to calculate the elements regarding to the state feedback gain. The elements regarding to the state feedback gain. Okay. So for the orders, for the order of the equations from 3 or more than 3, just blindly go to second method. So for the order of the matrix more than 3 or equal to 3, just blindly go with method 2. Why? Because in case of the Ackermann's formula method, we have to determine the inverse of the matrix. The inverse of the matrix. So for calculation of the inverse of the matrix, it will take some time. So in order to reduce the time, we will just go with second method. Just go with second method. That is, it is simple calculation of the two characteristic equations with respect to the closure course and determination of the characteristic equation with respect to the expression, that is Si minus A plus B. Si minus A plus B. So in this way we are able to determine the elements regarding to the state feedback gain. State feedback. So with this we have completed unit number 6. In the next class we will start unit number 5. So for this today's class we will discuss.
Good morning. What out, sir? Sir, once come in front of.
These are the questions regarding to the university questions. So this is the 2020 question paper. So in this one, coming for the 2 marks question, now we are going to discuss the previous university question papers regarding to the unit 4 and unit 6. Unit 4 and unit 6. Okay. So the question 2 marks question is regarding to the obtain the relationship between the jet plane and S plane. Jet plane and that means jet is equal to, sorry, S is equal to, or jet is equal to e power minus S into e power minus S into. Okay. So after that obtain the Ackermann's formula for the state feedback gain matrix completely. We are having an expression for this one. And coming for the essay questions, fifth question. And unit 4 is related to the stability criteria. That means the calculation part regarding to the bilinear transformation and 2D stability test. Bilinear transformation and 2D stability test. And we have discussed the topics regarding to the comparison of the mapping between S-plane and Z-plane, complementary strips and primary strips. Okay. So the first question is explain the mapping between S-plane and Z-plane with necessary diagrams and equations. Okay, we have discussed this one and test the stability condition for the digital system, which is going to be represented with a characteristic equation z power 4 minus 4z square plus z square minus 3z plus 2 is equal to 0. So you can use whether the bilinear transformation method or the Boole stability method for determining the stability of the system. Okay. Now, this is the question regarding to the sixth unit. So here he has given, see, try to concentrate on this particular one. So this is the problem regarding to the unit number 6. Up to now we have discussed this particular topic. So try to concentrate on this one. Why? Because with the solution of one problem you are going to get secure 16 marks. 16 marks. Same problem. Matrix A and matrix B is going to be there. And the closure two poles we have given is -1 plus or minus J2 and -3. Given the state variable model of the closed loop system, we have to compute the matrix K. That is, K is going to be consisting of elements K1, K2, and K3. So with the solution of this particular problem, you are going to solve, that means you are going to secure 16 marks. It is not a theory question, it is a problem. So you can sure and definitely get 16 marks. Okay, don't neglect this particular unit. Only problems are going to be obtained from this unit. 16 marks is going to be obtained, which is the same problem which we have discussed in the PPT. Okay, so these are the questions regarding to the 2020 question paper. Now we are going to discuss with the questions regarding to the 2000. This is the regular paper and set 1. We are going to discuss about the set 1. The first question is, in case of the unit 4, what are the primary strips and complementary strips? Primary strips and complementary strips. That means if the course of the characteristic equation lies on the left hand side of the S-plane, those are called as the primary strips, or else it is the complementary strips. Okay. And what is the pole placement by the state feedback? We have discussed the pole placement regarding to the state feedback.
ఏమో చెప్పేదనా భయమేస్తుంది నీళ్ళంటే భయమా లేకపోతే నాన్నంటే భయమా
And coming for the extra questions, determine the stability of the following characteristic equation by using the suitable test. That means you can use bilinear transformation method or Boole stability. You can choose any kind of this method for determination of the stability. And second question is, write an example and explain the stability analysis using modified Raoult's criteria. Modified Raoult's criteria is nothing but called as the bilinear transformation method. That means with the substitution of z is equal to 1 plus r divided by 1 minus r, we are going to get a characteristic equation in terms of r, and after that we have to frame the RH criteria table and we have to tell whether the system is stable or not. So simple question. And coming for the last question, so here also we have to determine a state feedback controller K, which are having a closed loop poles of 0.8 plus or minus J 0.5. And he has given the matrices. Let us consider this particular matrix G as A and this particular matrix H as just changing of the parameters. Okay, and this particular problem is asked for 8 marks. 8 marks. Okay, all these problems, only one kind of problem is going to be there in unit 6, that is determination of the state feedback 8 marks. And next question is, what are the necessary and sufficient conditions for arbitrary pole placement technique? This particular topic is also discussed in our regular class. Okay, and coming for the second set, that is distinguish between the Routh criteria and modified Routh criteria table. Routh criteria and modified Routh criteria table is nothing but determination of the characteristic equation, in terms of the R. Okay, and how is the state feedback controller useful for the pole placement? And coming for the essay questions regarding to the unit set number 2. Explain the mapping between the S-plane and Z-plane, and write down the rules in the Joule stability paper. What are the procedure we have followed regarding to the Joule stability paper? These are the 2 questions. And coming for the last one, derive Ackermann's formula for the pole placement technique, and determine the state feedback controller K with the given matrices for the closed loop poles of 0.6 plus or minus J 0.4. It is asked for 8 marks. Okay, one kind of problem is going to be there regarding unit number 6. That's why I'm saying unit 6 is very important for obtaining 2 marks. Okay, only 2 questions are going to be there. One is the pole placement technique, and the second one is the Ackermann's formula technique. Okay, and coming for the discussion regarding to the set number 3. Write the mapping point between the S-plane and Z-plane, and draw the block diagram of the closed loop discrete system that uses the state feedback controller for the pole placement. We have discussed in the starting of the unit number 6. And coming to the essay questions, examine the stability of the following characteristic equation during stability test. And explain the stability analysis using the bilinear transformation and Routh stability criteria. Okay, we have procedure regarding to this particular one, and after that we have to go for the last set of the question regarding to the unit 6, that is the state and prove the necessary conditions for the arbitrary pole placement, and next determination of the state feedback controller with the 2x2 matrix having the closed loop poles, and it is asked for the 8 marks. One problem will be definite whether it will be a 16 or 8 marks. And coming for the last set number 4, explain the mapping between the S-plane and Z-plane, and explain Ackermann's formula for the pole placement. And coming for the essay questions, explain the mapping procedure for the following, that is using the Routh criteria, find the stability range of the K for the closed loop. That means we have to obtain the matrix K. That means the range of the K has to be determined using this particular expression. And coming for the last one, explain the step-by-step procedure for the pole placement by state feedback technique, and the determination of the state feedback controller value K in the 2x2 matrix we are having with the closed loop poles of 0.3 plus or minus J 0.3. So, in the previous university question papers, with regarding to the unit number 6, one problem is will come for definite. One problem will come for a definite, and it is one set of problem only. One set of problem only, whether it may be a 2 by 2 matrix or a 3 by 3 matrix. Only one set of problem is going to be obtained from unit number 6. If 2 by 2 matrix is given for calculation of the state feedback controller, it will ask for 8 points. Or else, if the same problem is asked, with 3 by 3 matrix, it will definitely ask for 16. It will be definitely asked sure for 60. Okay. So this is a definite and compulsory question regarding to the unit 6. So while I have talking with some of the students, they are telling that they will study only the starting units. But this unit number 6 is very, very important unit. Why? Because only 3 particular topics are there. One is the pole placement technique, and the second one is the necessary and sufficient conditions regarding to the Ackermann's formula, and the third one is determination of the state feedback gain matrix. Determination of the state feedback gain matrix. Only 3 particular topics are going to be there. So while studying for the university examination also, try to concentrate more on
నేను తనని లవ్ చేయడం నా తప్పో కాదో నాను అని తనకి చెప్పకు.
try to concentrate more on unit number 5 and unit number 4 and unit number 6. Why? Because regarding to the unit number 4, you are having only 2 topics. One is the stability criteria, that is regarding to the bilinear transformation and Urey stability test. And regarding to the unit number 6, which I have discussed. Okay, so with this I am wind up the class for today, and we have completed unit number 6. In the next class we will start unit number 5. So thank you everyone. Have a nice day.